Hi everyone, this is Jennifer. I'm a reference librarian at New Britain Public Library, and I'm bringing you a tutorial on how to use our online library catalog. The first thing you're going to do is go to our website, which is mbpl.info. From there, you're going to click on Library Catalog in the upper right-hand corner. And then here we are at the catalog. One of the first things you can do is, if you'd like to switch the language that this is displayed in, you can click here, this drop-down arrow, and you can click Spanish if you'd like, or you can choose Polish, or you can just leave it at English. You could also scroll to the bottom of the screen where you see language settings, and this is another way to click a different language if you'd like. Now, so the first thing we're going to want to do is log in, and that is using your library card number, which can be found on the back of your library card. And the reason for logging in is so that you can personalize this experience and place holds on items you might be interested in, save your reading history. It just gives you other features that you wouldn't have if you don't log in. So we're going to click Login and enter our library card number. I'm using a sample library card number for these purposes, but you'd enter your own, of course. And don't forget to enter the PIN and then click Submit. Okay, so now we're in the catalog under our own library card account. So here we are, and we can start searching for items. One thing I'm going to bring to your attention first is that if you go to the top here, you see we're now searching all 30 libraries in Library Connection. New Britain Public Library is connected to a consortium of 30 libraries total, and we all share materials, and so you can search all of the libraries if you'd like, or you can narrow it down. You can click this drop-down box here, and you can see New Britain Main Library is what you can search if you'd like, or our Jefferson branch, or if you select New Britain Public Libraries, that will cover both the main library and the Jefferson branch. It's up to you and what your preference is, where you're able to get materials. New Britain Main Library is what I'm going to go with for this purpose for today. So I click on that, and now I'm searching New Britain Main Library. So I'm going to do a sample search. A recent title from Mitch Albom is Finding Chica. So I'm going to go ahead and search that. And now my result came up, and I want to bring your attention to this left-hand column, which you can find different options here in terms of format. You can see it'll allow you to choose book, downloadable audiobook, large print book, audiobook on CD, etc. So if you know you want the book or audiobook or whatever, you can click on the box next to it, so it'll narrow it specifically to that. I'm going to choose the book, so I'm going to click right here on the title, and here I can see that New Britain Main Library owns one copy of this book. The status says check shelf, so I know that it is currently available on the library shelf. If I want to place a hold, I can go up here to this gray rectangle and click Request It. Now, this is placing a hold, and it defaults to New Britain Public Library. If I wanted to pick it up elsewhere, somewhere that's of greater convenience, I can switch to another location. I'm going to leave it at our public library. If you have a deadline for this material, in other words, if you don't want it after several months from now, you could click that box and fill in, I do not need this title after, and you can put in a date, and then you submit. Okay, and now it's on my hold list. I can see that it's on my hold list if I go up to my account and click on it, and it's showing 0 right now, but it's loading, I'm sure. So if I click holds on the left, there I'll see the title Finding Chica, which I've placed on hold. And when it's ready for pickup, it's been pulled from the shelf, the library will contact me to let me know that so I can come in and get it. I'm also going to search for, as an example, a DVD. I'm going to search Gemini Man. Okay, so it comes up right away with the DVD. So I'm going to click on that and scroll down a bit. And I see over here that New Britain Main Library owns 2 copies of it. The status shows that they're due April 23rd, which means that both copies are checked out by other patrons, but that's all right. I can still place a hold by clicking Request It. And if I click Submit, okay, so it should be added to my hold list under my account. It's still saying just the 1 hold, but I'm sure there it goes. It has updated it now to reflect both titles. Another thing I can do is if I go to my account, you'll see on the left here, it outlines a few different things to be aware of. Checkouts, so you can see what you have currently checked out. Fines and fees, if you owe any money, it will be reflected there and you can pay it online. The holds, of course, which I showed you. And then another thing to note would be reading history. I'm going to click on that. Now, over time, any books that I've checked out can be saved here so that in the future, if I'm wondering, have I read that title or have I viewed that DVD before, it can appear in a list. So you have to click the gray box Saving Reading History, and that gets that reading list in place for you going forward. You could always opt out of it if you'd like by clicking the gray opt out button. But for now, it's a pretty convenient feature to have in place. Now, another thing to note is that when you're searching something, you can, I showed you the basic search, but you can also do advanced search if you'd like. And you can put in your search terms. And then in the library catalog, you can determine through the drop-down box, you can select what format you want the item in, what language. We do have collections at our main library in, of course, English, but also Spanish, Polish, Arabic. So you can check the language there. And then you can narrow down to the libraries and the location within the library. If you want materials that were only published in certain years, you can enter that here. But it's nice to know that you have that option of doing an advanced search if you'd like. So that is basically what I wanted to show you here in using the online catalog. When you are done, you will want to click the log out button over here on the right, especially if you're using a shared computer or a public computer. And you'll click yes. And now you're logged out of your account. And that was a tutorial on our online library catalog. I hope you found it helpful.